June 24th, 2023. We are heading to Lionel headquarters.
This is right here. Thank you. Yeah. Did you? All right. No, we get one.
Thank you.
So what I'm handing out right now are just some Lionel fun facts. So as we go through the tour today, you guys are going to hear different things. And so some of the things that we're going to share, we went ahead and put down on this piece of paper for you guys to be able to have and take with you. Really excited to have you guys here today. So my name is Mike Phillips, joined by Michael Kirchkessner. We'll be your official tour guides. Your tour leader and sweeper as we go through the day. One of the best parts is everything you guys see today you can take photos of. So feel free, nothing is off limits. We are going to walk the entire facility. It's a pretty good walk as you go through different areas. So we're going to hit places like engineering, customer service, made in the USA.
So, Amen. I'm going to try to keep you all together as Mike talks, so try to stay in tight. If you have any questions, ask Mike and I, but it's exciting to show you guys what we do and how we operate to bring you guys the magic that you love to play with and collect every day. So awesome. Thank you guys. And for those last night, that was awesome.
Oh, wasn't it?
Yeah. Follow us right this way.
Go ahead, guys.
Very key and iconic to all of us here at Lionel. And then we have some different blueprints and schematics on the walls here. Throughout the facility, you're going to continue to see different items, whether it's products, whether it's blueprints. We have paintings that were done by Angela Trotta Thomas. So you see a lot of cool things throughout your walk. So feel free to check it out and take photos of anything that you see.
And Joshua's right here.
Gotta have him right there, right? He's the man. Started it all. So as you guys come to the next area, we're gonna walk right to the next section that we have. Yeah. So we tend to have all of our all hands meetings.
Mike, hang on one second.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Sorry, Russ. We'll give it just a minute.
One more, just wait 1 second.
Okay, yeah. We'll go through this room right here, but you'll start to see, of course, as we, what's really nice, a byproduct of all of these tours, it's kind of like, you know when you have company come into your house, you clean your house better than you ever have. So this facility in 10 years is the cleanest, it's the most updated, everything has been painted. It's really nice, even for us too, as employees that work here every day, it's nice to come in and it's a good excuse to refresh everything and kind of have everything like that. So we've all been excited every day as you come in. This is a couple years ago, we took over both the downstairs and upstairs. There used to be another company that was there, so now we have the whole facility, and that's when we repainted. When you guys pulled up, did you guys see, the colors on the building, the giant Lionel logo? It makes it really nice just seeing that every day, that you're kind of pulling up to the Mecca, that we get to enjoy it, and so it was really a fun surprise when we all got to come through here when they had it. We have such a great team. So this room right here, so one of the really nice things, so you can see behind me there's a screen that drops down. This is one of our largest meeting spaces. So this is kind of a multi-purpose room. So there's always the fun things like ping pong table, foosball, arcade game, we kind of have those things that just, people's during breaks or in the afternoons and things. But we use this room for our larger meetings. So in the third week of August, actually the next month, one of the things our team is going to be doing is presenting the 2024 product line. We use this room and we look at things by product category. So what are the next round of engines we're going to make? What type of engine, what paint schemes, what type of starter sets, what rolling stock. As we look at things like new licensed IP, what are those new IPs and how are we going to do it? So if we do Looney Tunes, things like that, this is the main area where we all kind of sit and ideate. We have sales team, engineering, marketing, product development, the executive team. It's really fun as we start to just really lay out the future of where we're going to continue to go as a brand. And then right behind you as you guys go through here, one of the things that we used to really do is that product videos are key. When you go to a website like Amazon or things like that, being able to see the product come to life is really key. We used to go to people's houses. In this room right here, so on the one wall you're going to see a giant green wall, so we have our own green screen. So you can kind of be able to Photoshop and have fun with people. And if you guys come around this way, you can kind of, everybody pop in there. You'll see what we have is kind of a family room set. Now we're able to just take a product video and shoot it right here in our facility.
Yep.
Pretty much the exact same day we get the sample. So it really helps speed up a lot of those things.
So Mike, you were the guy before.
Yes, my wife would be like, why are we setting up a Christmas tree in May in our house?
So this is the green screen room.
95 degrees outside.
A little bit of a living room.
You have to be really dig into it.
I'll have to go look.
Christmas tree and train setup.
That's a pathetic tree.
Well, let's move on so the rest of the people can get in here.
If we all head over to the right, we're going to follow Mike. We're going to make a right and then another right into engineering.
Test track.
In that room as well, in our testing room. But
Some
these
prototypes.
pieces here are finished pieces. They
So
operate.
it almost
They work.
looks like the guy at
They actually offered those about 10 years
Over here, into engineering.
Thank you.
Hey, Dave.
What are you doing?
That's what it said. What did it say? Candy cane.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
So guys, this is one of our first key
As
areas.
you can see.
So in this zone right here, I'd like to introduce you guys to Dave Olson. Dave is our Director of Engineering. Dave's going to talk a little bit about his department, his team, and what they do to really help make the magic of Lionel and part of our products.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
You're the first group, and I'm still half asleep.
So are we.
That's fair. So welcome to Lionel. Glad you all make it out today. As Mike said, I'm Dave. I'm the Director of Engineering for Lionel. We do the majority of our engineering right here in this room, in this office, and many disciplines of engineering. Aside from Director of Engineering, I'm also a mechanical engineer, so I work with our design centers to actually design the trains in CAD and things like the tooling and whatnot. We also have a couple of software engineers there. They do the code in the engines, and the motor drivers, the smoke units, the LEDs, all that fun stuff. We have hardware engineering, who does the circuit board designs. And we have our audio engineer over there, whispering to Mike under his breath instead of paying attention. And he still didn't hear me.
Sorry.
And he does all the sounds in our trains, from the motors, the chuff, the whistles and bells and dialogue. And he even gets to travel to record some sounds. He recently traveled to Illinois and recorded Frisco 1630. So. He gets to have all the fun while I stare at a computer screen. So we have kind of two modes of engineering here at Lionel. We have the first mode is called production engineering, and that's where we will get two samples of an engine. We call them EPs, or engineering prototypes, and we get those, and that's what we do our code work in and our audio tuning in. So we will take those samples, we will run them through speed tuning here. They have to match a preset speed table. That way you can mate up or lash up engines together and not have them fight one another. And we also use the samples to set the lighting packages, to tune the smoke units, things like that. And then every engine is also different, has different speaker setups, speaker baffles, so Tracy will use them to tune the audio system. And we also have a engineering technician, Zavadi, who you guys will be meeting next. He's also the manager for the service techs, so you'll get to see the service area after you're done here. For the production engineering side of things, it takes about 6 months or so for a standard legacy engine, from concept to when we ship things over to China to have the production made. But complex engines like the Vision Big Boy, the Vision Class A, samples on the wall there, they can take upwards of 2 years to develop. One such feature was the force coupler we did for the Niagara back in 2018. That feature alone took us a little over 6 months to develop. So and that was where the engine detects a change in load on the drawbar and adjusts the labor rate and the smoke output accordingly. So, and that's just one example of many of the features that we've come up with on our trains. So aside from that, our other mode of engineering is new development, or new product initiatives. The shining example of that right now is the Base 3 with the Cab 3 app. And, I'll be talking more about that at the seminar tomorrow with Ryan. So I'm sure people will have questions about it, and I'll be able to answer them then. But aside from big development projects like this or engines, we also have fun playing with smaller projects, such as developing accessories like that crossing there, or the rocket launcher, things like that. That they're not necessarily trains, and it's a little different sometimes, so we get to have fun with those. Basically, at the end of the day, we're all paid to just play with trains. So what job could be better?
Did you like trains before you started?
Oh yeah. Now I don't anymore.
Scratch that.
When you head out here too, you can see some of our prototypes from the past 10 years or so in the cabinets. Feel free to take pictures, and really that's what I got. So I just want to thank you all for coming out, and hope you guys all have a fun week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. We really appreciate it. Guys, so this is the key group for the technicians in the repair of all of the Lionel products. And with that, Savati, take us home.
Hello everybody, my name is Savati Mai. I am the Customer Service Manager. I want to welcome you all to the Customer Service Department. in all his glory. The customer service department currently consists of 4 technicians, each cross-trained in a broad array of Lionel products. If you look around in the service benches, each area is equipped with the necessary tools and equipment to perform the repairs. If you would look towards the whiteboard, a quick interpretation as far as the RA setup, when you guys, to the point of you contacting, talk to us, so the product getting sent in, the technician grabs the product, performs the repairs, gets tested and verified, and shipped back out to you guys.
If you guys follow us this way, we have part 2 of this area. So we're gonna come down here, we're gonna circle around this table over here. You guys
Chuck, good seeing you. Well,
look at you when you're overwhelmed.
and you're not at the store anymore.
No.
This is a good move.
How they organize verbs.
Yeah, me.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, the Halloween cars started doing so well.
Everybody come on in.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for having this tour stuff.
We test for all functionalities, command routines and conventional. We also test for the mechanical movements as well. Make sure there's no jittery motions or anything like that. The track consists of 4 loops, 072, 060, 054, and a flyer track as well.
Last night, some of these lucky people had the opportunity to hear Richard Petty. Get autographs, photos, the whole 9 yards, so it was great.
Nice to see you. Come on in. Come on, man. I got a low voice, so if you want to hear me.
So guys, this area is one of the next key locations. This is Aaron Frazier. Aaron is the manager of the parts area and true Lionel part guru. So this is the subject matter expert when it comes to everything you see in this whole cage. So with that, hand it over to Mr. Frazier.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to Lionel. Having a good tour so far?
Oh, yeah.
Is this going to be the best part?
Yes.
Well, as you can see, as you glance down these aisles, we have a lot of parts. It says on your fun fact sheet here, we have over 30,000 different parts with over 1 million parts of on-hand inventory. So just to give you a scope of just how much we have, just to give you a look inside one of these bins. Any one of these bins might contain multiple items and parts. So as you look down this aisle, you can just kind of get a scope of just how much we truly have. Now most of our inventory is for more of the newer stuff. I know everybody wishes we had the old stuff, but it's just not feasible for us to have. Most of our inventory is probably for product the last 10 years or so. Everything we do here is a very manual process when it comes to creating all of the part records, putting in the inventory, fulfilling our parts orders. We come out here, we hand pick, pack, ship everything. A lot of our electronics are programmed specifically to order. So we pass those off to the techs, they flash the code. So it's a very manual process. Usually takes us at least a few days to fulfill. We're not Amazon, we don't ship next day, unfortunately. Not everybody is. Has anybody here used our support website? Yes? Was it a good experience?
Since there was an upgrade a couple of years ago, absolutely.
Yes. That is
Nice.
the correct answer.
That's the best ever, yeah.
That's the correct answer.
Let me record that, say that louder.
Do a voice when you're done.
So yes, we switched to a new website last year. We're still in the process of cataloging some of the engines, but what we do, you guys walk past the room when you walked in here. In one of those rooms, we literally dissect, tear down the product, and create all of those parts listings and records that you see on the support website. You can find that on lionelsupport.com. There's also a direct link from lionel.com to Lionel Support. That's where you can go online, order parts, or you can call and email in, and our call center team can help you identify and order whatever parts you may need, because we know how important it is to keep your trains running. Does anybody have any questions about the world of parts I can answer for you?
I do. When did you first start making Bluetooth and all the fancy stuff?
I think it was 2016, 2015.
I think it was 2016, and the first engine we put it in was Polar Express. So we had it in Polar, and we kind of didn't really make it super public, and then we started rolling it out into everything the following year.
Okay.
And you said the repair parts that you have most of are from like the last 10 years?
Yeah, there isn't really a hard cutoff, but most of it is
okay.
probably within the last 10 years or so. Yes.
Well, you go online to find your parts?
Yes, you can. Everything is by product SKU, so if you have your SKU number, you can search for that.
Yeah.
Don't have your SKU number, you might find it in the manual,
You can type in the description of the engine, maybe the road number is usually the best way to identify it. That's the best way to find the part. Instead of just searching randomly, you might get 1,000 results. You need your specific part for your specific train. It's best to search by product SKU.
Aaron works with the call center also, so as there's questions about old parts, there's groups that they sort of partner with to refer them out to those groups to say, hey, this might be the right group, or if there's out of warranty repair, key locations or facilities that we work with, that we refer them to. So customers kind of go there, so that way we have a place to send them. So it's really good. Multiple relationships on the part side, on the repair side. So just over the years, the subject matter expertise of kind of building this out, launching the new site, has really helped us kind of hit our stride, not only for repairing our own warranty products, but for being able to ensure that we have these for customers to service their products for years to come.
So if you have a more ancient machine, what would you do?
If you contact us, we do have a list of references we can give you. If you need assistance with repair or just finding an old part, we do have referrals that we can give out.
Thank you very much, Aaron. We are going to head to the next location. We're actually going to follow Mr. Kirchgessner on that side.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank
Real
Keep in
quick,
mind,
guys,
guys,
hold on one second, real
the
quick.
warehouse is operating, forklifts are going, so for everybody's safety, please stay with your tour group. Don't stray from the path. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the rest of your tour.
We are live unloading containers at the moment, so I'll try to talk loud so everybody can hear me. But you're kind of standing in the middle of our facility, 160,000 square foot storage space. We currently have about 1.6 million pieces of individual inventory in-house, about 2,200 unique SKUs between train and diecast. We're standing right now in the packing shipping area. This splits our dock. This is our inbound dock where these guys are unloading containers right now. This container was routed through Savannah, Georgia. We just delivered this morning. They're in unloading right now. We're gonna unload, sort all the items, count all the items, get it received in, and get it put away. All the train items get put away typically for future orders. The diecast product is cross-docked and almost shipped out immediately for pre-ordered items. As far as the order processing goes, for small package orders, this is a Polar ready to play, for example. This already comes to us in a shipper box like this, so it can go out the door like this. So our combo level process will automatically batch, fulfill, and bill these orders. It generates the packing slip, generates the shipping label. All the picker has to do is go out, pull the product, and label it, and out the door it goes. It's ready to go. When we have repack items, loose items, we wouldn't want to ship this like this. It has to be reboxed. The picker will log into the RF scanners. It will direct them to the bin with the least amount of quantity in it so we can empty out bins. They will scan the bin barcode. They'll scan the UPC on the item. They'll scan the order. If everything matches, it will fulfill the order and they'll be able to bring it over here. Our shipping stations are right here where we manually ship. Combination of FedEx, UPS, and USPS all goes out here. Questions, comments?
Does it come through Savannah or what other ports?
Savannah typically. We also use Charleston. We have routed things to the West Coast, but the cost and the service has gone way down. So it's all typically Savannah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can.
So you want to tell them how much is Lionel and how much is NASCAR?
Yeah, so as far as the inventory standpoint, we are sitting on a lot more train inventory than diecast. You can see the aisle markers up here, G1, G2, H1, H2, right? So those are our aisles. A1 starts all the way on the wall. A1 through C2 is diecast. D1 all the way over, back to the other side, is all train. That's all of our train.
Thank you very much, Joe, for taking us through here.
Yeah, sure.
If you guys follow me, we're going to head all the way down to the Lionel logo on the far wall, and we're going to go to Made in USA production. Now we're going to go into this area. So this is our Made in USA production room. This is a paint booth. So we have the ability, so if you look at, you've got the small door and you've got the large door with the huge hinges, so we can bring things in like train fixtures. So some of our displays and things, we would bring them in here to be able to paint them in a larger format. We used to paint a lot of the boxcar bodies and shells. Now some of them we have pre-painted and things like that, and we go have mortar. But if you guys follow me, we're all going to come in here and circle around.
Lauren,
Hey Herb, so good to see you.
good seeing you too.
Hey, how are ya? I'm good. How's it going? Good. Busy but good. All right, everybody. My name is Lauren. I am the director of USA Production and Custom Product here at Lionel. Over there is Destiny. That is our production lead and production technician. She is basically the mastermind behind this room. She does it all. She prints, she assembles, she packs out, and gets these beautiful box to you guys. This room was founded in late 2015, and then the first cars came off of the printers in early 2016. Prior to that, we did have another U.S. manufacturer that we used, just kind of up the road in Virginia. They did our 64 box cars, as well as helping us launch our personalized program in 2014-ish, which I'll jump into here a little bit. When you guys walked into the room, you passed these two beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces of machinery. These are what I call my children, and they are Mamaki UV flatbed inkjet printers. Say that 3,000 times, and get back to me, because yesterday I did not butcher it once, so I'm really impressed with myself today. These have the capability of printing up to 1,200 DPIs. So for those of you that don't have the artistic background, which I definitely didn't have until I got this job, 300 DPI are the resolution of the images that we use on our boxcars. And with that being said, we get the clear, crisp, beautiful imagery of something like this of the 2023 Christmas boxcar. These images are 300 DPI. If you can get this clear at 300, think about what you can do up at 1,200. In addition to that, both printers have UV lights in them, which help cure the boxcars as they're being produced. That basically means that it's printed, light goes over, it's dry. So when those cars come off of the bed, they're already dry, able to go straight to assembly, pack out into the box, out to the customer they go. Really quick, really, really.
Where's assembly?
In here.
Okay, right here.
This is everything and anything is what we do in here. They flip, next side is printed, out they go, and then we move forward onto the next one. We also have the capability of printing door fixture, 24 doors. The current printing doors now, which it is printing right now. That is actually printing our Santa Fe 75th anniversary car, which was a huge seller this year, so we are in the process of doing that. So once the cars come off of the printer, what is next? They go into assembly, they get a box car frame, then they get trucks, a brake wheel, and packaging. It is that simple. I say that, but I bet you if I put a box car in front of all of you guys, it would take you a little bit longer.
How long does it take for a 3D printer to print one of these?
It's 10 to 12 minutes, so per
10
side.
to 12 minutes?
10 to 12 minutes per side, so you're about 20 minutes a box car.
For a full tray.
Full tray, yeah, so 6 box cars in 20 minutes.
To get that resolution, you have to do it.
It is a higher resolution, yeah, it's higher resolution. And Destiny color matches basically all of the artwork to make sure that it matches, so.
Lauren, custom orders are on demand, so what's the turnaround time for someone putting an order in on the website today to receive that
For a personalized boxcar, right now we're at 2 to 3 weeks. So in October, we will go weekly, and we'll start the process weekly then, so you can anticipate about a 2-week turnaround by that. Our deadline for Christmas boxcars for personalized, though, will be the first week of December. So for those of you guys who are late shoppers, get into it early. All right? I could speak all day, but we're going to send you guys off to your next area. I will be around all week, so if you have any questions, please feel free to stop by, say hello, ask me. More than happy to help, all right?
Thank you.
Absolutely,
Thank you,
guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
We are opening a new Lionel train store in Nashville, Tennessee. So the items you see here are all being staged. These are the new displays that were just refurbished, painted, new accessories. We've kind of made a few tweaks and changes based off of things that we've learned at this store. So we're adding push buttons to different items. So the plexiglass still has to be added to all of these pieces and finished painting. But these are a lot of the elements that are going to be shipped to the store. So we take over the store August 1st, and it's going to open to the public on September 1st. So it's going to be at Opry Mills, right there, right by the Opry, right by the Gaylord, right there in Nashville, Tennessee. All of these items are staged and ready to go. So if you guys, so one of the next things, just so you know, we're going to walk through and head upstairs. There are 2 options, steps or an elevator. So you do have the choice of either option, but if you guys follow me, we're going to have that as we get to the center of the building.
My name's Steve Davis. I've been here for 28 years. Other than Jade, probably close to the longest amount of people or years in service. The creative service department is staffed with 11 artists, including the director. You can see if you give us any markers and anything that stands still long enough. We decided we'd do some graffiti on one of the cabinets because we've been getting a lot of feedback that you guys have been liking the graffiti cars we've been doing and stuff. So we thought we'd add that on there. There's even a couple of that in just to make it look really cool. As far as what creative services does, anything that's visual comes from us. So this group does box art and the deco sheets for whatever production, whether it's in USA made or any of the art that goes with Facebook or Twitter. If you look behind right over there, we also are doing the layout for the new store in Nashville. So it's going to look a little bit like the one there in Concord, but it's still going to be different and have its own personality. There's only so much you can do when you can only use blue, orange, and tan. But with the group here, all told, there's 122 years of art experience just at Lionel by itself, not counting where they've been before they got here. But if you see this, that's the sheet that goes to China. With all the information, that department sets it up here. We have to tell them what colors to paint it, the stripes have to line up from one end to the other. Squares here have to be in the same place on the nose here. When we start, it's a black locomotive. Sometimes we're lucky enough to actually have it just plain black. Then we have to change all the colors and make it look like that.
That's right. You'll make it mad.
Good morning, good morning. I'm checking tickets. You have your ticket?
Keep loving right through here.
Herb, we go back a long way.
We do.
We go back a long way. Did a lot of fun things together.
And they were great. Everyone was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Seeing so many familiar faces, it's been a lot of years. I mean, I've been retired 8 years, so.
I see they had to put a J in front of the Don by yourself.
When they gave me this, I said, that's not my name. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see you. My name is J. Don Reese. I recognize many of your faces from years gone by. And I'm fortunate to live right here in the central North Carolina. It's been my home all these years that I worked for Lionel, 35 years. I've been retired 8 years now. And it's wonderful that they moved the company down here because I live here. But if you believe that, I'll tell you another one. But it is wonderful to have the company nearby where I can stay connected and drive down and see these guys once in a while. But I joined the company in 1979 during the MPC era, if you recall. And thank goodness for General Mills having a toy division and hobby division at that time, because that's what saved Lionel, and that's why we exist today even. In the early 70s, they were in receivership, on their last leg, about ready to go. General Mills owned Kenner Parker Toys division, as you may recall. And so they also owned a division called Fun Dimensions, which is what I joined in 1979 as a field sales manager. And so they were able to bring that to Michigan, where MPC Model Products Company was already there. You all know what MPC is, the model kits that we made as kids, if you remember the plastic model kits. And I made all the airplanes, is what I love, because I ended up in the Air Force too. But anyway, so that saved the company. And then the evolution, most of you guys have been involved and seen directly the history of Lionel since those days. We had a few starter sets that we had that General Mills didn't invest in any new tooling, but they did save the company. So we hopped along there for a few years without new tooling and just repainting. Next year, a train set would be another road name, another color. And then along came Dick Kuhn in 1985, and that was probably the best. That was a wonderful 10 years that I had with the company. We all did during the Dick Kuhn era, because he revived, he took whatever profits he made, reinvested it into the company. So today you see a lot of the articulated locomotives that we didn't have in those days, and that's when Lionel really started to boom again. And so for all these years, I worked for what I call the old Lionel, and now I'm connected with the new Lionel, which is nice to see that generational change. Because I will say this, in all the years that I was with the company is in better shape today than I've seen it ever in all my years. Because if you recall, we had a lot of transitions over the years, a lot of different administrations would move in, then we'd be sold in another administration. So here we have consistency and have everything grouped together here in Concord, which is wonderful. So, welcome guys. I want to turn it over to Rick, and Rick will introduce you to Ted, and we'll see what we have in store for you here in just a minute.
So, the operational headquarters, so this similar office up in Chesterfield, Michigan, where a lot of old-time Lionel people work. They've been with Lionel for a long time. Many of them were offered the opportunity to relocate.
Looking at them? This is Howard's desk, Howard's keyboard, Howard's mouse, Howard's chair. So in a moment, I'm going to have you sit in Howard's chair.
Unlike my wife and I.
That was about to be my desk.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it would have been a long ride home. So have a seat.
Well, what I'd like to do is record this.
You want to get a picture with the corner?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
You're going to take my picture?
I'm going to take pictures.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
You can put your stuff here.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to have you sit right here.
Awesome.
Scoot on up to the
I'm
table.
a full service CEO.
I'm going to have you stand right here.
There we go.
Awesome.
And
And I'll give you a Howard as well. How about that?
I'm going to have your photo. We love it when everyone's smiling.
sure.
Taking pictures with.
Like we're having a good old time.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored.
And then she'll take a picture.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
I got that actually. So I just drove in
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
here for the week and bring my family and my son for the train ride there. So
That's awesome. Do you want a picture with me?
I would love it.
Printers
Okay.
back or
Yes.
birds or personalized ones. Funny thing about personalized.
Thank you.
Actually, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
I
oh
love
yeah,
it.
and food is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Now, you have our names?
Well, when you go
Sir,
over,
if I
it'll be.
No,
Sure, absolutely.
I'm grateful.
Yeah,
I saved the place up there for you.
Okay, with black mark. Okay.
So it'll stand out.
I've had Howard Sire quite a lot of things this year.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
We're wearing them out.
It's very kind of you and for all
I'll
the
have you
time
come
and
get your things so you don't get lost.
Absolutely.
And then I'll have you come around this way so you
I'm
can.
sure you hear this a lot, but it's quite kind.
And I'll give you a Howard as well. How about that?
I'm going to have your photo. We love it when everyone's
Oh,
smiling.
sure.
Taking pictures with.
Like we're having a good old time.
You could sign my son for the train ride there. So
That's awesome. Do you want a picture with me?
I would love printers
Okay.
back or
Yes.
birds or personalized ones. Funny thing about personalized.
Thank you.
Actually, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
I
oh
love
yeah,
it.
and food is good. Yeah, for sure. All right, 3, 2,
It's been a heck of a first day. We're on to the second day now, so we're super excited. It's great to see so many smiling faces, and it really, I love getting to show everybody the team, so it's really nice to not just have the same 4 or 5 of us there, and you guys get to see all of the people who really make all of this happen, and they're a great team. So really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. We will see you tonight over at Embassy. We're looking forward to that, and we'll go from there and continue to have a great week. All right? Thank you so much. It's great to see so many smiling faces, and it really, I love getting to show everybody the team, so it's really nice to not just have the same 4 or 5 of us there, and you guys get to see all of the people who really make all of this happen, and they're a great team. So really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. We will see you tonight over at Embassy. We're looking forward to that, and we'll go from there and continue to have a great week. All right? Thank you so much.